Alright guys, now the plan for this video is first we go ahead and put some smooth modifier on the hood, or in this case it will be subdivision surface. Let's increase the levels 3. By the way, the shortcut for subdivision surface, let me remove it by pressing X, is Control 3 for example. It will add, in this case it added multi-res. What the strange thing happening? And multi-res we don't need, because multi-res always goes on top and solidify will be below the multi-res, which we don't like. So subdivision surface is the best. It will be below the solidify modifier which we put before, and it will be fine. I will increase the subdivision levels in 3. I think they are kinda nice. By the way, the next thing we should do in this video, probably we will be able, I'm not sure, retopologize. Not retopologize, we already retopologized what we had to, so no more. We will UV map the ears and the head, maybe separately, maybe together. Probably separately will be a little bit more interesting. But we will do it manually because it will be a better process, I think. And to see how it happens, how we make seams, is pretty easy. And then I may show you the game that I have worked on for the last 3 years maybe. And I made numerous characters and I will show them to you in the game. Probably it will be interesting for some of you, probably not for some, but if you're not interested, of course, you can go and just skip the part, skip the video. It's absolutely normal. I'm just smoothing here because it was strange and I just shift smoothed it. Okay, now it looks kind of nice. Yeah, let's see the concept, by the way. I don't see the concept. Where is it? Okay. My computer restarted, so now the concept I have to go to load, recent, and probably this, all characters. Let's see. Oh, yes. So this, by the way, I will show it to you now. All those things are characters that I've done for practice, and of course you probably saw them in the intro video. But anyway, this I haven't done, and this I haven't done, and this elephant, and this one. The others I have done one way or the other. And this is our character. Let's zoom in on it. Let's put this like this with the left mouse button. With the middle mouse button we just scroll like this, and we will see how this hood is looking. So the hood is okay, but we cannot make it like the concept from the back, because in the concept we don't see it in the back, definitely. So we have to kind of figure it out, how it will look from the back. Yes, here, by the way, I'm not sure we have to see this much of this thing. Yeah, this will be fine. Let me, by the way, apply the solidify modifier and apply the subdivision modifier. Then I will add the multi-resolution modifier. And what I will do is unsubdivide. So unsubdivide once, unsubdivide twice, unsubdivide 3 times. And now we have this, and I will subdivide it again. So what this does is I have the ability to go up and down on the subdivisions, which is good. Then I will go to X to remove the symmetry, and with my standard brush, which is the X brush, the sculpt draw brush, I will go and try to make an interesting pattern here. Just like this, this, and this. And probably it will be like this. Yeah. I will dig here. I will add like this. It has to be simple. Very simple. It shouldn't be something complicated or so. It has to be simple. Just like, you see? Very simple pattern. Because this is a very stylized character. And if we do something complicated here on the hood, it won't look good. We need it to be fairly simple. So I will do this. Let me see how I will do it here in the bottom. More complicated or not, I'm not sure. Maybe this I will move like this a little bit here, just for more interesting shape. I'm trying to imagine how a real hood will look like from the back, and probably I should go in Google and find one, which will be the smartest choice. But since I'm super lazy, I'm trying to do it by myself. Since I have done it, I have done similar things a lot. So I have some experience, and I may be able to do something decent. For you, I highly advise you to go to Google. Because if you want to do something interesting, something nice, something that looks professional, it's better to look from pictures, from videos even sometimes. Yeah, I'm sharpening those areas here, and I don't completely dig it. Maybe we will kind of fix it. I don't want it to be super sharp though, because this is, after all, kind of a thick fabric. So I will even inflate it a bit here and there, just so it's not completely, sharp. Here with Control, I will just do this, dig it a bit, then smooth. Overall, clothes and cloth wrinkles or folds are one of the difficult things. So I will go to this kind of strings and add the subdivision surface modifier. Then I will go and add it to up to 3, then to edge data on the solidify modifier. Then I will increase this to 0.4, 0.4, and this to 0.4. And this will allow us to see this, yeah. And the solidify, maybe it could be a little bit deeper. So with shift, this is a little bit too much. So let's try this. I think this is enough. Let's go with G, the grab brush, and just put it into position. And I think at some point we have to disable the symmetry and make it a little bit more interesting, which will be now. Just one of them to be shorter probably and go a little bit like this. Yeah, just the symmetry is not good sometimes. We have to kind of be careful with it. I cannot take it. Alright, doesn't matter. So I will show you one test I did. So this, I did it for half an hour, this thing, so it's fast. But the idea was I subdivided the head a lot. So now it's 23 million polygons. And you see, it's moving quite well. So if you have a nice processor and in sculpting mode, you can move, you can rotate, you can do whatever in sculpt mode. If by any chance you go, and maybe it will crash. If you go to object mode, let's wait a little bit. Now it has to go to object mode and it will go, yeah, this is object mode. And now in the object mode, by the way, it's pretty good. But maybe because the levels of the viewport now are 5 and the triangles here are, the faces are only 5 million. So if I go one more subdivision here, there will be 20 million, I think. Here the level of the viewport, yes, 23 million faces, and now it started to lag a little bit. But yeah, and my video card, if you see it, it will not be visible since this is on top, but it will go. Let's see. NVIDIA GeForce, it will go to 100% when I move it. You see, I will move it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it should go to 100% like this. You see those peaks here. So yeah, this is the, yeah, and my memory also only for Blender now is around 6 gigabytes only for one of the Blender files. For this one 6, and for one other that I have here in the bottom, maybe you will see it just below me here, but I will not show you yet this. Oh, I showed you. Yeah, but you didn't see it too much. If you go back and pause, you may see it. This is a character I'm doing for our game, which I will show you now, the game. And this will be a big right boss or something. The boss that all the alliance will go. and try to kill. Yeah, so this half an hour sculpt is... I probably will do something similar for YouTube soon, but whatever, yeah. So, let's go back to our sculpt because we have a lot more things to do. By the way, we'll probably do one more sculpt here, one more level for the sweater, but later, and for the body too. Most likely. Now, let's go to the head. And we have to retopologize the head. Oops, now I pressed... What's happening here? Escape. Okay, now I will go to object mode. Press home. Okay, now it's working. It's fine. Sometimes when I press this button, the question mark button, and everything just goes away. So, let's see this like this. Okay, now... How to retopologize this? We will go to UV map it. So we go to UV editing. I will remove this for now. UV editing, and we will have this because we already did that, but I don't like it. So we have to press A, and then let me see. U is for unwrapping. Let's project from view, and now it's reset. We can say that this is reset. So. Let's press this button. But what button? Come on, come on. So yeah, the button for the solo mode. So we see only this, which is this thing, you know, that, yeah, this. You see? Yeah. And now I will start to select with 2. I will select an edge. Then with control, double click to select this whole edge. Yes, okay. And then with control, I will select this. No, I will have to select with shift one more edge. And then with control, I'll select this. And this will allow us to make a seam exactly here. So we'll cut basically the model here. And then the front part will be one UV island and the back part will be another UV island. We will see that if Blender will be able to spread the UVs and unwrap them well. So now I will press U and mark seam. So U and then mark seam here. U for unwrap. And then when we have this seam marked, I can press A and then press U and unwrap. So both parts are now unwrapped. Now here we can select and do the same as we did in edit mode. So if I hover my mouse here and press L, I'll be able to select those, in this case vertices, but if I press 3, I'll be able to select the faces. If you are in one vertices and you try to move this, it will be pretty awkward. So I advise you to go to faces and then you can try to move this, move it here, this with L, again, I'll select it like this. I'll rotate it with R. I can resize it with S. Press G to move it here. The back part, I don't want it to be that big, so I will resize it with S. And with G, I will put it on the corner. You need to not go out of these borders here. You need to stay in the borders. So, you see how interesting it looks. But Blender has done a great job now, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, to make this, to just unwrap it. So I will go L, rotate it a little bit more so it's more straight, and with S, I'll increase the size of it. With G, I will go. If your mouse is closer to the center of the mesh when you press S, it will be pretty awkward. You will have a very difficult time to resize it. But if your mouse is away from the object and then press S, you will be able to very precisely resize it, which is a little tip. Okay, now we have UVs. And that's it. I mean, you don't have to save the UVs or do something else. Now we can go to layout, we can do whatever we want, and then when we want, we can go to texture paint. But we have to have UVs, so we can texture. So I will go and press the key to, let's first select our head, the topo head. Here I can select it and then press our button. Which button? Again, this is awkward. This is going away. Alright, now press N. If I press the comma key, by the way, we go gimbal, cursor, local, normal, view, and stuff like this. Those things are, I will show you. So now we can do a texture. But first, of course, we have to have a texture. So here in this window, we will press plus to apply texture. We are now on this tab, texture paint. So yeah, on this tab, when you go to this tab, you will see this, which are your UVs. Now we see below there, we see the texture of the eyes. We will not see that in a moment. We will press plus here and add a base color, which in this case will be kind of a little bit warmer, maybe whitish color. Yeah, it will be okay. And I'm wondering if I need more than 1000, but let's try to drag. No, I cannot do it. Okay, I managed to drag from here down. Like, oh, I cannot do it now. Yeah, if I... Yes, sometimes I'm able to drag, and now I will be able to 2048. So this is a 2K texture. We call it 2K texture. Why is not 2000 pixels, but it's 2048? Yeah, because everything is times 2, you know. 2 times 2 is 4, then times 4. Everything is multiplication. I mean, 2 by 2 is 4, then 4 by 4 is 16, then 16 by 2. Yeah, no, it's by 2. Yeah, 2 by 2 is 4, 4 by 2 is 8, 8 by 2 is 16, and then 32, 64, 128, 256, 512, 124, and 248, and then 496, I think. So yeah, these are the numbers. So this, and we press OK. Now we have this kind of a texture, and we can start doing it. It doesn't look super nice. Let's go to our brush. Let's go to a color, which will be a brighter color. So you notice now the green is visible. I fixed it. Now we have to go to this kind of color. Yeah, I think this is nice. A little bit darker maybe. Not so much here, but closer to the center. And then the strength will be lower. And I will press this. And the radius, I don't think I need... let's press this again. This is for the pen pressure. And I will try to do something here. Okay. This is going all right for now. We can do a little bit here, and for the mouth also. Of course, I can delete the rest, like press S here on the other color, and you will be able to select this color when you press S. By the way, we're still seeing here the texture of the eyes, which is, yeah. Now I will go and we will see this texture. You see, we are seeing it. Now I will rename it as head. Oops. Head. Mouse. And save all images just in case. And of course, we make sure we go to File, External Data, and have this automatically packed resources, and just keep our fingers crossed that it will do what it has to do. So I'll press S while I'm hovering this, and it will select this color. Just pressing S while hovering certain colors should work. But over the object only. By the way, I was hoping that I can do some test. So I'll go to image plane, and I will try to select from here. Okay, very nice. I'm able to select from here, which is amazing. So I can select the nose and make exactly the same color of the nose here. Although it's not that dark. I can go a little bit lighter with that. The mouth, and of course S to select this whitish color, and just dial down around the mouth. We don't need it that much. Okay, the nose is not as good as I want it to be. I want it to be a little bit like more at some areas. Yeah, to have more color, like this. Press S, and then dial down this, dial down everything, and we are ready with the head. Yes, the head doesn't need that much color. So let's go to the ears, and they don't have UVs. But for the head, let's save all images just in case again. So again, we go to the ears, we go to UV editing, and we are not in the ears basically, but now we are. And we can do the same for the ears. So for the ears, do we have... Okay, we have 2 ears, which is not... we don't need 2 ears, we need only 1 ear. So what I will do, I will press L and delete this ear. By pressing I pressed L on the ear itself and then press X and delete the faces. And now I will go and add a mirror modifier. And we'll have basically this, which is great. And now we can unwrap only 1 ear and it will apply to the other ear because they are the same. So let's go like this. Let's select 2 vertices, double click. Not bad, but here I would like something else. So I will press here first and I will go down, 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 and with Control I will press here. So it will find the closest path to this. So I will press with Control again here. Then I will press with Control here to connect them. So yeah, it will be a little bit awkward, but I think it's okay. Now press U, mark seam first, then press A to select it, and U, unwrap. Now we have it here. I will not touch it, it's unwrapped pretty well, so it's okay. And now we can go to Texture Paint, add a texture, base color. I don't think we need that much of a texture, so that big texture here. So I will select 1024. And I didn't do anything, I don't know why. I will select again and 1024. Enter. Yeah, you can do it by pressing here 10 and then here again. You can do it, of course, like this. So I will press OK. And then this will be our texture for the ears. So I'll press ears. And now I will select this color and try to make it working here. You see, this is called SSS. It's called subsurface scattering. So the light is passing through the thin parts of the flesh, and basically all the blood vessels inside are glowing because the light is passing, and they're making this kind of a pinkish and nice effect. But I will make it work without this. We will make it just by drawing. So I'll press S to select this, and then we can draw on this ear or this ear and it will be the same. So yeah, I will draw a little bit like this. And we need more color here in the inner part because you see how it is. And then on the other part, we don't need that much. And of course, I can go with my smooth brush and try to smooth it. It's a slow process. I mean, now I have to wait for it to smooth it. But yeah. Now again, if I click, I'm waiting now. And it's kind of stuck. Okay, it doesn't work. So I will go to this lower brush and I will try with it. Of course, those brushes still in Blender are pretty slow. I don't know why. They're super slow. They're not working very well. I mean, they're working but super slow. So, but we have to do it basically. We don't have a choice. So we have to use it. And I'm using it now. And this is taking, let me see if it's taking, what kind of resources it's taking from. It's taking the processor. And since I have a pretty nice processor, this could work for me better than for you, basically. Maybe for you this will be pretty slow, so you have to take it a little bit, you know, one brush stroke at a time. And don't make the brush strokes very long, just make them short and tiny. I'm just clicking, 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 because otherwise it's started to lag a lot and it may kind of crash. Sometimes Blender crashes, by the way, and it's pretty bad. I have lost information. Years ago, with ZBrush, I also have lost some files. But since then, ZBrush has a very nice way to save your files. Blender, not so much. I mean, yes, it's saving it kind of, but not quite much. So we have to be careful. With short strokes, and we are there. Kind of. I have 32 core processor. It's 16, but it's 32 in the operation system. Physical cores are 16, which is a pretty good processor. So if you don't have that much processing power, you may have a little bit of an issue in here. And also with the polygons. If you don't have that much processing power, you can have some issues with the polygons. I will press S to select this one, and I will go press S again, and I will kind of make a little bit more of a color around this area, and probably in the back, oops, also I will make a little bit of a colorish like this. And then of course I will go and just little by little strokes I will try to kind of blend it together. And we are 27 minutes into this video. Yeah, how time flies when people have fun. Yes, pretty much. So I can barely do it. By the way, can I do it here? No. But why not? I should be able to also do it in here. This is much easier here. Yeah, I'm not doing it on the object. It's pretty easy. I don't know why I shouldn't do it. So let me try to just dial down the subdivisions and see if then it will be easier. No, it's the same. So you better work sometimes here. Not here, but here. Let's try with a smooth brush. It's super easy. Yeah, sometimes I didn't even know some things, since I haven't used Blender for ages. But it looks kind of decent for now. Let's unsubdivide it a little bit more, because I want to be able to see it here. I'll smear it a little bit more. Yeah, it looks pretty awesome now. And in the next video, we'll continue with something else. I don't know what. We'll see. Maybe we will start the sword or the cleaver. Oh, yeah. We'll make some interesting cleaver. By the way, if you don't know, I collect knives. Pocket knives. So this is my kind of a hobby. But I like only those kind of knives, which are kind of a pocket, you see, with folding knives. I collect mainly folding knives. Did you see those? Yeah, this is just a little knife. And this also is a pretty good knife too. Yeah. Just, I like them. I don't use them that much. I just like to play with them. It's just a thing, you know. I don't know. I'm broken. Pantera song. So, alright. I think our mouse is starting to look pretty well. Let's see in the next video. And I promised you I will show you the heroes of the dark, which is the game, and the heroes in the game, but it will be in the next video because this one is too long. So expect that.